Okay, in this next section here in polynomials and factoring, we're going to talk about how we factor expressions that look like x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, and so in our warm-up here, again, we're looking through some prerequisite skills that we really need to know in order to be successful here. Okay, so when we're finding the product of these two binomials, remember the method that we're using is FOIL, right? Where we go first, outside, inside, last, right? So first means we're going to multiply the first term of each binomial together. I know that x times x is x squared, okay? Now I do the outside, so this x times that positive 6 is going to give me a positive 6x. Now I do my inside terms here, so 2 times x is going to give me a positive 2x. And then last times last, 2 times 6 will give me positive 12. I'll now combine my like terms here because I have a positive 6x and a positive 2x. So my final answer here is just going to be x squared plus 8x plus 12. Okay, and that's my trinomial. That's my final answer. Okay, the next one, I've got x plus 9 and x minus 9. Right, this was that sum and a difference pattern that we talked about. Okay, pretty much we said the sum and a difference pattern was this: is if we have a plus b, a minus b. When we actually FOIL, we're going to end up with a squared minus b squared. Okay, but let's pretend we didn't know that, and we'll just go ahead and FOIL this, right? So we'll get first times first is going to give us x squared, right? We'll do the outsides here to get a positive 9x. Okay, we'll do the insides here. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. And then last times last here, we get negative 9 times positive 9 is negative 81, right? And then we combine these like terms here in the middle. I've got a positive 9x plus a negative 9x, and that will just cancel out. So my final simplified answer here is just going to be x squared minus 81. Right? So it's a binomial, but it's quadratic, right? Because it has an x squared term. Okay. Moving on, we've got a couple more to go here. Remember, we're just using the FOIL pattern. We are now in number 3, squaring a binomial. So there's another special pattern for that. Maybe I'll write it here. Okay. So if we're squaring a binomial, maybe we have a minus b squared. That's going to give us the result of a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. Now we can use this pattern. We can not use this pattern. We can just FOIL. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay. But really, essentially, what we're doing is we're taking x minus 3 and we're multiplying that by itself. Okay. So remember, the answer for this is not x squared minus 9. Okay. It's x times x is x squared. The outsides here, x times a negative 3 will give us a negative 3x. The insides here, negative 3 times x will give us another negative 3x. And last times last, negative 3 times negative 3 will give us a positive 9. Okay? When we combine like terms here, we'll get x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay? And this is our final answer. Okay? Finally, in the last one here on number 4, we can just use the FOIL pattern again. So 2x times x will give us 2x squared. The outsides will give us a positive 10x. The insides will give us a negative 5x. And last times last will give us a negative 25. Okay? And so if I combine like terms in the middle here, I'll just get 2x squared plus 5x minus 25. Okay? Now today, believe it or not, we're going to start with our answers here, all those 4 answers that we have boxed, and we're basically going to ask for the factors, all right? Or we're going to ask the 2 binomials that we multiplied by each other to get our trinomial. Okay, so we're kind of working backwards today. All right, so again, hopefully this was a good review of FOIL and of those squaring a binomial pattern and the sum and a difference pattern.